Okay, day 22, 23, 24. Yep, 24. This is going to be short because I spent hours last night doing a video. It was on the laser printer because in a Facebook group, not laser printer, laser, in a group for the laser, somebody went, I really put some stuff in there, and somebody went, I really wish somebody would do a video on this. So I'm doing a video, and I'm not sure if I can leave what's his face, uh, a link, because I tried to leave a link to something important and they didn't allow it. So what I'm going to do is make the video I posted there. I may like attach it to the end of this so you just see what I did after I do all of my editing today. So I'm also going to be doing some more videos today. I'm going to go ahead and work on a video from that I just learned some information on. I just came back from the county assessor's office and I was filing my V8 extension or exemption for my taxes, and I discovered something magical. So I'm going to put that video out for all the veteran homeowners and people about to buy a house here in Nevada for veterans. So that is it. Workout done. Freaking awesome. I mean, I'm really pushing up, especially on the bike. I did my YouTube already. I picked up a little stuff. We're still working on YouTube. Still putting some videos out this week, and just work. I got to worry about Spanish. That's tonight with Lingoda. So during the day, I'll probably just be studying a little bit of stuff for tonight, getting that ready, and also a live stream I want to be on tonight for XTool because they got this new enclosure coming out for the D1. Even though I don't have the D1, I'm probably going to get it because I can use it on other printers if it's the right size. So I've got to figure out the dimensions of the D1 and then measure out the other printers I have, or printers, I keep saying printers, lasers that I have, because I think it's a really nice game changer. It's basically an enclosure, but instead of being rigid like all the other enclosures, it's actually soft. So I think it may be about $100. I think I can spare that. So anyway, that's what I got. And if anything else, this will be attached to the end. See y'all. Okay, my fellow M1 owners, somebody asked a question today, or at least made a statement, and said they really wish that someone made a video to show what they were doing. And so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to make a super quick video, hopefully super quick. It's probably going to be a little bit long. And I'm going to go over how I at least am experimenting right now. So one of the first things you want to do is get some kind of an asset. So for what I'm going to be doing today is Father's Day is coming up, of course. So I am going to make some items for Father's Day to send out. Okay. So one of the first things you can do is just find some place to get assets. I found this place really interesting here. I don't know if they're still running it, but they were running a $1 for 1 month special to be able to access all of their stuff. So I'm just going to show an example with this place. You can use it, don't use it. There's plenty of other places to get stuff like Envato and stuff like that. So what I'm going to do here is use a split monogram. Now you can just go through the different split monograms and try to find one that you would like to use. So, and you'll just download it. All you have to do is really just click on it and doop. Whoa, I can't believe I don't have this one. And just click download. So now I have it. Now I'm going to have to do editing, of course, to create this. This is not going to be the monogram I'm going to use because it's Father's Day. These are a bunch of flowers. I'm sure a bunch of dudes aren't going to like this. So what I'm going to do is I already have the one I'm going to use. I was just using this as an example to show a download, and we should be able to get it from Envato also. So I have an account there. So they should have some assets here if you wanted to use it. Envato is about $250 a year, but if you're just trying to do some stuff, I would go with that Creative Fabrica first. So like I could do split monogram here. And I have some other accounts and I don't know where they are. Unfortunately, I just collect all this crap. Okay, cool. So now what we're going to do, I have Photoshop open. Drag it over here. Come on now. There may be some other graphic programs you can use to open this up. I'm just going to be using Photoshop for now. So I'm going to go ahead and open a new file. Oops. I'm going to do an open. And I already have the stuff here. In this, you can open up multiple documents, like the SVG, the PNG, EPS. So Photoshop, you'll be able to do these and manipulate them. The PNG, SVG, and EPS actually allow for a clear background, which is what you'll really want to use to do this. So let's just go in here. I'll play around, open up the EPS. First one I'm going to start with is a G. I keep dragging it over here. Let's see. I'm just going to open that up. I'm going to go ahead and put my text in. Okay. And I'm going to have to, of course, I'm going to make that all caps. And of course, I'm going to have to turn it black. So I'm going to come over here. Oh, come on now. What are you doing? Oh, there we go. And I'm going to like center it. What is this thing here? Okay. I don't know what this is, but I'm just going to. Okay, I'm just going to leave it the way it is. I'm just going to go ahead and do a file. And it's not letting me export. So something's not going right here. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, we're just going to open. I'm just going to make it easy. I'm going to open it. I can't open anything. What is going on here? Okay, let's just start this. Oh, that's why. Sorry. Unfortunately, I have multiple screens. This is like on a screen all the way over to the side on screen 3. So this is why I couldn't do anything. So I'm just going to do the color picker. Click OK. Turns it gray or black. I can now make it a little bit bigger, center it up some. Maybe about there. Looks centered. Now I can do my file. Export. I just do a quick export PNG. I'll just call it Greg. And that's it. Only thing I'm going to do now is take it and put it on my USB drive for my laptop. Unfortunately, I'd rather do this from the desktop, but as we all know, the Wi-Fi doesn't work. So just join me back and we'll go to the second part. Okay, in this segment, I'm going to go over the actual prep. So these are the glasses I have. They just arrived today from Amazon, 2 shot glasses. This one's going to be nice because it's square on all sides, fairly much, so it'll be easy to engrave. This one has a slight taper, not much, and here's where you end up with a slight little problem. If you were to try to use the any of the tools I was talking about to elevate it, it really won't work. So I actually was able to find some shims on Amazon, and of course we can't share links here. I'll just try to put a description in or something so you'll be able to find it, so you can elevate it just that little bit amount. And of course I'm going to eye it today. Technically you're supposed to use a level, and I have some bullseye levels. I may try those. So let's start off. you're supposed to use, I just put it in this little container here, this little sprayer. You're supposed to use denatured alcohol. Somebody asked the question in the group, what's the difference? This is isopropyl. I just finished using it on the machine itself because the instructions say to use isopropyl, and I'm using it. And this is not the regular rubbing alcohol that you buy in the store. This is actually 200 proof. So one of the differences, this is pure poison. Ethyl alcohol is alcohol that you drink and buy in the stores. It's called denatured because they put a chemical compound there that will make you sick if you were to drink it or something. So you would spit it up immediately. The reason they have to do that is alcohol, as you know, has a lot of taxes, and this is not taxed. So they keep it from being a drinking substance by denaturing it. Somebody did ask if we could use the isopropyl to clean these, which is the proper way. I'm going to do it this time, just as a demonstration. I've never seen anywhere where it says to use isopropyl. It always says denatured, so I'm going to use denatured. You can buy denatured on Amazon. If you're going to be doing a lot of this, I would buy it in the gallon. The gallon is about $37, $38, and it'll probably last you for the year. Isopropyl, you can buy 4 gallons of that for about $100. You can still buy it in smaller quantities. The reason I bought so much is I have a 3D printer that uses resin, and you have to use isopropyl to clean the stuff after you do that. So for today's experiment and showing what's going on, I already talked about the Laser Bond 100. I'm going to be using that, so it's going to be easy. I already know what it comes out like. And Surmark has one that works on all materials like the Laser Bond. Now, overall, Laser Bond is actually cheaper. Surmark has the name. I only got the 2 ounce because I already bought 2 of these. It was $150 for 2 of these. If you were to buy this in the 12 ounce, it's $103, I believe. But 2 ounces is $20 right now. So you end up about the same. And I'd rather have a 2 ounce and buy 4 or 5 of them than to buy the 12 ounce for obvious reasons, because I can throw these all kinds of places, you know. What's left over here, I'm sorry, it's in this jar. This is actually Brilliance. So Brilliance does not say that it works on glass, but I did get it to work on glass. So, you know, the way there's 2 Brilliance, you can get it in a can like this. As a matter of fact, I had the 2 ounce in my cart, and now 2 ounces gone. So I'm not going to be able to test the spray. This is the powder that you see. And the reason I have it in this jar is because my puppy, yeah, he chewed up on the container it came in, and I wanted something that was sturdy. You can apply this 2 ways. There's actually a little sprayer thing that you can get. I'm gonna go and grab that and show it to you in the next segment. Or you apply it with a brush like this. The burn marks there is me actually trying to burn this with a laser just to see how far it would go. He also destroyed the brush. So I saw these at Dollar Tree, and I've already talked about buying glasses at Dollar Tree. They're $1.25 for some pretty nice glasses. So I'm going to be using this just as an example, because these shot glasses on Amazon were around 50-60 cents each. I can spare it, okay? Plus, I'm in an experimental mode right now. The next one, if my wife can find it, early on in my laser game, I bought it but didn't use it. Cold galvanizing spray. A lot of people swear by that, especially for glass work. I'm going to give it a try, and I'm going to have to debate it when I do this, if I'm going to apply this with that new sprayer, because now I can probably keep this in the sprayer thing. So I'll be back in just a second while I get the sprayer. Okay, here's the sprayer. You're going to see at the same time I get to see it. It's called Prevail, and I guess it's the main thing folks use for stuff like this, and it's used for other mixing solutions. So we get to do this together. Okay. So what I may do is I'll probably transfer it. It'll probably be a little bit easier using it this way. I don't know overall, because they actually make this in a powder also. And if you go to their site, they say it's 1/3 the cost. So if I do this enough, I may get the spray that next time, because these Prevail sprayers are about $5 on Amazon. So, I think this has some kind of stuff in it already, so it's kind of disposable. I don't know if you heard that. So brushing it on is not that great, but I got to figure out now what to do, because if you're using a Prevail sprayer, you actually use a little more isopropyl alcohol. So I don't know if I want to leave it, because it dries out a little bit. Denature dries really, really, really quick. So I have to decide. I'm probably going to go ahead and put it in here and go from there. I'm going to add a little bit of this denatured. I'm going to be right back, and I'll actually spray it on instead of the way I normally do it, which is brush it on, because it actually gets really messy brushing it on. So I'm going to be back after I get this sucker filled. Okay, I'm back. I put what was in that jar in here and add a little bit of denatured alcohol. Also, while I was down there, I saw another idea. I already burned this using the laser the way it is. It will mark, not engrave. And that's the way it came out. I mean, it's okay, but it's not that nice dark look. So I'm gonna do this one also tonight. Okay, so wife's looking for the cold galvanizing compound. It's not spray, cold galvanizing compound. And see if we can put that together for you. So let's go ahead and do a little bit of prep work. One of the main things you're doing this is because of the oils in the skin and your fingerprints and everything. So you're trying to get the best bondage. So I'm just gonna put these food service gloves on, because I don't want to waste my good gloves, my surgical gloves. So here we go. I'm gonna grab myself a little paper towel here, and I'm gonna do a little spray, wipe it off. Let's see if I can do this in a way where I don't ruin something here. So I guess a little more. Now I'm just gonna wipe it off. Oh, that's squeaky. Can you hear it? Oh, that gets it clean. That's that squeaky clean there. So we got that one cleaned. Let's go ahead and go for another one. So you can I think you can see some fingerprints and stuff there. I don't know if it'll come up. Let's go ahead and make this one all squeaky clean, like Scrappy Coco, if you remember that movie. Man, you should hear this squeak. That's like gets it clean. Okay. I think I have enough. I can just, instead of spraying on the glass, I'm just going to spray on here. Just get it squeaky clean. Crystal clear. And final one. So now I do see some imperfections in this glass. Just going to go ahead and go with the way it is. Okay. Okay, now that's done. Now that prep work's done, we're going to go ahead and put the sprays on, and I'm going to do one side. I'm going to start with the LBT. I'm going to assume this is the same here. Fortunately, you have to shake these suckers like your money maker for 2 whole minutes. So I'm not going to sit here and bore you for 2 minutes. I'm going to stop this, shake these for 2 to 3 minutes like you're supposed to, and then I'm going to take you over to the box. I'll discuss the box while I'm shaking this. Okay, so I was debating whether or not, well, I was trying to find the Sunday paper when I did the last one, when this thing came, and I couldn't find it. I don't know where my wife put it, because I actually read the paper online, but I still have them throw it because it's the same price, and if they're going to throw it, they're going to throw it, because that way at least I get a coupon or something. But I couldn't find it, and then I was like, man, I didn't want to go ask my wife, so I go, what in the world can I use? And I saw an Amazon box that was just sitting there on top of the recyclables, waiting to go, and I went like, this makes a good spray box. So that's what I've been spraying in now. I put the stuff into the Amazon box, and I do the spray. The reason they say you have to do this for so long is there are heavy metals in the paint or marking spray here, and you want to get those agitated because they settle really, really quickly according to the instructions. So I think this is enough, close enough for government work. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put these into the box, and I'm going to do them one by one and do a quick spray just so you can see what's going on. I may just spray one, and then the rest, you know what, I'm going to spray each one of them. So stand by, you'll see the spray. Okay, so this first one is going to be the LBT. So here's the LBT. Go ahead, and you're supposed to spray it lightly. It's supposed to be enough to cover a pencil mark on, so a little side to side action. There it goes. And it's actually probably too thick. The thicker you lay it on, the more laser power it's going to take to actually take care of that. So there we go with that one. And we're supposed to let it dry for, well, it says about 2 minutes or so. I'm going to go ahead and put this over here. I'm going to drop this one on you. And this is going to be the Surmark. This just arrived today, so I don't even know what it's going to look like when it comes out. I think from looking at one video, it comes out black too. And it does. It actually sprays really nice. Yeah, there's the Surmark. Let me put it over here. Hopefully I can keep them apart. And I'm going to end with even though it's not made for it, I'm going to test it anyway because I've done it before, just so you can see. I'm going to end with the Brilliance in the Prevail sprayer. Let's see what happens. Oh man, that is messy. Okay, there we go. Okay, you actually have to stand it up for this Brilliance. Okay, doesn't like to work at an angle. And it actually leaks. So I don't know if that's the way it naturally is or whatever. So let's let these dry, and we're gonna get it over onto the laser. Okay, one of the things you have to do, because you have the rotator in here, if we were to use the rotator, you're gonna have to raise it up. So what I did is I found these on Amazon. It makes it really easy. All I gotta do, slide it out, a couple of pumps, come over here, 4 pumps, and I'm just doing it until I raise it up. But since those square glasses will probably not require that, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just see where she's at right now. But as you can see, that makes it really easy. So let's go ahead. Now we'll take a look down into it. So let's go ahead. This is going to be the Laser Bond 100. So let's make sure that it will clear before I go do this. I think it's going to be too close. So I may actually need a pump or two in here. So that should do it, but we'll get one more pump in. And next I'll get it turned on, and then I'm going to go ahead and hook the laptop up, and we'll do the first engraving. You can stop it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just leave the way it is. I'm not gonna put on the roller, of course, because it's square. And I have it pumped up a little bit to make sure that it measures properly. So let's go ahead here. Go ahead and close it. Oops. And should be nice and clear. I just cleaned the top off with the isopropyl alcohol. I think it's clear. Let me go ahead and get the height on it with the auto measure. Came out 13.5, so it's a good thing I raised that. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually record this on, so you can see it simultaneously. I'm recording my screen. So now I'm gonna go over, I'm going to do the import. I'm gonna take that Greg. It's gonna come in. I'm gonna try this starting at about 60. It's already locked in, so we should be good there. That's actually still too small. I mean, too big. Let's go ahead and put that on there. Let's try 45. That may do it, but still maybe a little too big. Yeah, it is. So let's do a 40. Yeah, I think that's perfect. So we're gonna center that up. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to frame it up, make sure that it's in the correct frame, everything's clear. See, I show it's going to be a little off to the right with that framing, so I'm actually just going to reduce the size over here on the right a little bit. I'm going to frame it again. Just a hair over, and I think I can go ahead and call this a print. So let's go ahead. It's take about 3 minutes, and gotta send it. Push the button, and I screwed up. Okay, I'm sure somebody knows where I screwed up. I did not put any laser power to it. So let's go ahead and put this at about a 40 for laser power. And drop that speed down to about 35. I think this may work. Yeah, so let's go ahead and start. Send it. And here we go. Okay, so here we are. She is burning. So what I'm looking for right now is I can see that it's actually burning through. Let's see if I can get a good angle for you. See, it's actually burning through the old Laser Bond 100. Now, for some odd reason, I was gonna put a GoPro in here so you could like really see it. Unfortunately, I don't know what I did with the memory card. I got like 4 GoPros, each one with its own memory card, and all of the memory cards are missing for some stupid reason. So, yeah. So we got that one done. While this is processed, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this for now. I'm going to go over and I'm going to create the next one for somebody else, and it'll be with the Surmark. Now, okay, taking it off. looks just fine for now. Probably could have done that a little bit higher. So let's see on the next two. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna double dog these two. So remember, Greg is, whoops, I said I was gonna do two, never mind. So the next one is gonna be Sir Mark. Let's see if I can get this one kind of squared up. And I'll make this one, let's see here, Alfonso. So let's, what happened? So let's bring another one in, import. We'll make it John. So John is going to be Sir Mark. So we already determined about 40. I'm going to drag them on here. See, this camera is not always up to where it's supposed to be. Let's go ahead and get that power up to 40. And speed down to 35. Remember, we're looking at John now, and that's Sir Mark. So I'm going to go ahead and frame it. I believe that's it. We're going to see here in a sec. So let's go ahead and start her up. Send it. Burn it. And I will see you guys when this one's done, and we'll start working on the rotary. Thanks. Okay, now we have John. This is Sir Mark. I'll wash these off a little bit later to show you. So now we're going to put this aside, and we're going to do the hardest one of all. We're going to, well, already not liking this. When I sprayed it, you see the cracking there? So normally I would try to elevate this with this attachment here that I have, kind of to replicate like on the RA2. Unfortunately, these are, I got to readjust this. So hold on a second. Go ahead and stop it, and then I had to readjust this to make it fit. Unfortunately, I don't think this is going to come out very well. I'm just saying that ahead of time, but we're experimenting. It's 50 cents, I can spare it. So I found these shims here on Amazon. They're $15.77 on Amazon and $15.49 or something on Walmart if you want to go there. What's neat about them is you can break them at these break points to make it a more permanent shim. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to eyeball it because I don't feel like going and finding, hold on here. Matter of fact, let me get it where it's supposed to be. Well, that's not going to work anyway. Oh! See, it's already knocking off. So we're just trying to get it level. We're going to eyeball it. And yeah, we also have to pump it up a few times. Like the old Nikes, remember them? Yeah, so Brilliance really isn't good for this. It's too flaky. And forgot about that. It won't move while it's on, so now I can see if it'll get there. So I've got clearance. I can double check with this, which of course is gonna knock some off. Yeah, that's gonna be good. I'll go ahead and auto measure, but just in case, it's gonna come out to be about 10. So let's get it back on. You see how handy these things are to pump it up? This one's going to be a complete waste. I can already tell that this Brilliance, because it's not made for this, is not going to come out well, but hey. Okay, starting the recorder back up. So you see what I'm doing here. Okay. And I'm going to get rid of this old one here so I can bring in Alfonso in a minute. Now what I'm going to have to do is you have to change this from laser flat to laser cylindrical. Now you're going to take this line and you're going to take it to the widest point like this. Now I can bring in Alfonso's. This is not going to come out good. Of course, it's going to be even smaller. I'm going to call it 30 for now. And I'm going to do a flip over on it. So I'll flip it 180 degrees. Now I'm going to drop it on there, see what she looks like. Oh, let me see here. Oh, that may actually work. Let's see, I can put it into a space where it's not going to be interfered with what got knocked off. So maybe about here. Now I will go ahead and frame it. Let's see if I can make sure that I don't forget to. That may work. Let's see. So let's go ahead and still going to do the 40 and the 35 on speed. And ready, steady. Send it. Go. Now let's not worry about more because I don't see it actually burning through. But that could be, you know, I just can't see it. This is a different material. Also, it's not made for glass. So I'm not going to bore you guys with it. I'm going to go ahead and stop this and we'll just see the final results. Okay, well, let's start. Remember, Greg, this laser bond. It comes off real easy. What's really interesting is, you see it doesn't come off like this, but as soon as you do this, boom, it's gone. So that's what it looked like. So, I mean, it's okay. These are real clear. I could have used a little more laser power. In person, you can actually see it, but let's see here. I'm probably going to have to pump that laser power a little bit more. Here's John, so this is Surmark. So it removes, oh, interesting, okay. So the Surmark comes out a darker color. Where this is crystal, you can actually control the what it looks like by power and speed. So I could have powered this up more, but it looks like the that setting is good here. I'm holding zero expectations for Alfonso's. And I was not disappointed. Nothing lasered on it. So Brilliance is not good for this. If my wife ever finds the cold galvanizing compound, I'll give it a try. But for now, that's what we have. Surmark Ultra is really, really nice. This would have come out better with more laser power, but I've done others, so I know what it comes out like. I may do it again because they're 60 cents. And I'll just put in some more power. So this will just become an experiment. This one is actually going out for Father's Day. See you guys. Okay, so here's the wrap up. The laser bond is good. The Surmark is good. I don't know if the Surmark will come out with crystal or not, but I do know you can change the color of the laser bond based on power. That glass was a little too light for me, so I'm burning another one. I'm going to do them both in Surmark. And I have a mea culpa, a confession. I realized why the round glass did not turn out. Made one fundamental mistake. Anybody catch it? I didn't remeasure, so the laser power was directed to where it needed to be. So it probably would have worked. I mean, I may have had a bad feeling purely because I did the whole, what do you call that thing? The, man, I'm losing my mind here. You know, where I sat there and I said, hey, it's cracked already. Well, the Brilliance does crack like that. It does have some issues. I have not tried the spray, but from what I've read and seen, it's the same with the spray. I'm using the spray practically right now, and I've had the same issue with brushing it on. I mean, it just worked, but you know, I didn't know how these would do. These are much better. They're more persistent. So I do like that. So I may try the the Brilliance again and do it properly. But I'll just burn something else because I've already burned the Father's Day presents. So I'm wrapping these up and sending out 3 Father's Day presents. Unless I come up with something else to burn, I may do some tumblers, and maybe I'll just let you stick around and do that, do another video for you as I go through the process, but I'll skip all of the in-between stuff. And I have 2 types of tumblers I can use. I have the silver ones, and I have the ones with the black coating. So I've got to decide what I'm going to do. I'll probably do the silver ones and send a few of those back home too. So they'll take care of Dad and the uncles back home. They got some presents out of it. I got to do some more experiments, some more screw-ups, and you get to see what it kind of looks like using these products. And this may be a little bit different from what I did because I did not do the flask. I may do the flask in between. If you see the flask done, that means I did it. So I'm probably going to spray. I already know what it looks like. There's a picture here that I did for a guy at work because I messed up about doing a rock or something. I'm on the ALC, which is the Associate Leadership Council, which are the top agents. And I did these rocks with my fiber laser, the M1 that I also got from Kickstarter. But I skipped him, so I said I was going to make it up. So I made it up by experimenting with a flask. So I'm going to take this flask that's worthless to me, and I'm going to do one coating on one side, one on the other. I'm going to go ahead and do it. So it's going to be done. You'll see the results. Hopefully the stuff that's already on there will not interfere. We're going to find out. We're going to see what happens. And if you guys want anything else, if I have the time, I don't even know if I can upload a video this long, and I know I can't put links in, so let's see what happens.